Hello everyone, I am Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. In this episode, I will be discussing the lesson about similar figures. Okay, what do we mean when we say similar figures? If you're going to take a look at these two figures, these are both triangles. The only difference is that this triangle is the reduced version of this triangle, or this triangle is the enlarged version of this triangle. Okay, when we say similarity, this is when one figure is an enlargement or reduction of another figure by a constant ratio and they are congruent in shape. Then the two figures are said to be in a relationship of similarity. Okay, in other words, even if one figure is the enlarged or the reduced version of another figure, as long as the angles are of the same measures, then the two figures are similar figures. So two figures that are in a relationship of similarity. Okay, now, what are the figures that are always similar? First, two regular polygons with the same number of sides. Okay, examples of regular polygons, we have an equilateral triangles. So two equilateral triangles with the same number of sides. So this is an equilateral triangle. This is also an equilateral triangle. And these two figures or these two equilateral triangles are similar figures. It's because each angle measures 60 degrees. Okay, what other examples of regular polygons? We also have here, okay, square. Okay, this is a square and this is also a square. So the measure of each angle is 90 degrees. So these two squares are always similar figures. Okay, what else? We also have regular pentagon, regular octagon, and so on. Okay, for number 2, any two circles. Any two circles are always similar figures. So this circle and this circle are always similar figures. Okay, number 3, we have here any two right isosceles triangle. Okay, first, let me show you any two isosceles triangle. Okay, so this is an isosceles triangle. Okay, this is also an isosceles triangle. So these two triangles or these two isosceles triangles are not similar figures because the angles are different measures or they have different angle measures. Okay, so to be specific, it should be any two right isosceles triangle. So this right isosceles triangle, so it means this side and this side are equal. So angle here and angle here. So this is 45 and this is also 45 degrees. Okay, we also have here another, okay, right isosceles triangle. So it means this is 45, this is also 45. So same measures. So any two right isosceles triangles are always similar figures. Okay, for number 4, we have here two sectors with the same central angle. Okay, what does it mean by this one? Okay, this is a sector. So this is the angle. And if we have here another sector, okay, so this sector and this sector are similar figures. It's because they have the same central angle. Okay, for number 5, any two spheres. So this is the same with circles. So any two spheres, okay, are similar figures. Okay, for the last one, two regular polyhedron with the same number of faces. Okay, if we're going to recall our lesson about regular polyhedron on episode 109, okay, I mentioned there that we have 5 regular polyhedrons. And these are, the first one is tetrahedron. We also have cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron. Okay, if it's tetrahedron, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 faces. So we have 4 faces. Specifically, we have 4 equilateral triangles as the faces of tetrahedron. Okay, what about cube? So if it's a cube, then we have 6 faces, and those faces are squares. For octahedron, okay, we have 8 faces, specifically 8 equilateral triangles as the faces of octahedron. For dodecahedron, okay, we have 12 faces, specifically 12 regular pentagons. And lastly, for icosahedron, we have 20 faces, specifically 20 okay, equilateral triangles. Okay, this time, let's answer this concept check question. We are going to fill in the box with the correct words. So when one figure is an enlargement or reduction of another figure by a constant ratio and is congruent to it, then the two figures are said to be in a relationship of similarity. So they are in the relationship of similarity. And for the second statement, according to these two figures that are in the same relationship as described in the first statement are called similar figures. So these figures are similar figures. Okay, now let's answer the following simple questions. Okay, first one is we are going to choose all the pairs of figures below that are always similar. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options or choices. We will be selecting or we will be choosing all the pairs of figures that are always similar. Okay, take a look at this first option, two equilateral triangles. Since we have two equilateral triangles, then that means each angle measures 60 degrees, then this is correct. Or this pair are always similar figures, or this pair is always similar figures. Okay, next one is two isosceles triangles. Okay, take note, it's just isosceles triangles. It's not mentioned here two right isosceles triangles. So if it's isosceles triangles, then that means these two figures are not similar figures. Okay, for the third option, two circles. Okay, the answer is yes. Two circles are always similar figures. Okay, what about two rhombuses? Okay, let's try to draw two rhombuses. Okay, this is a rhombus. This is also a rhombus. And these two rhombuses are not similar figures. So two rhombuses are not similar figures. Okay, next one is two parallelograms. If we're going to draw two parallelograms, okay, let's say this is our first parallelogram, and this is our second parallelogram. Okay, these two parallelograms are obviously not similar figures. So two parallelograms are not similar figures. Okay, for the last question, according to this one, which of the following pairs of figures are always similar? Okay, let's find out. The first option is two cones. Okay, let's try to draw two cones. Okay, this is our first. Okay, so we have here this cone and this cone. Obviously, these two cones are not similar figures. So, first option is not similar figure. Let's try two triangular prisms. Okay, let's try to draw two triangular prisms. Okay, this is our first triangular prism. Okay, we have here another one. Okay, and obviously, these two triangular prisms are not similar figures. So second option is also not similar figure. What about for two cylinders? Okay, if we're going to draw two cylinders, okay, my first cylinder would look like this. Okay, this is a cylinder. And this is also a cylinder. And these two cylinders are not similar figures. Okay, so this is also X. For number 4, two regular tetrahedrons. So it can be, okay, it can be a cube, or it can be dodecahedron or icosahedron. Then it means two regular tetrahedrons. These are always similar figures. So which of the following pairs are always similar figures or similar? Then we have option number 4 as our answer.